Welcome to Sorted Food Ultimate Battles, where three lifelong mates go head to head to cook up the ultimate dish around a theme. In this special Stand Up to Cancer episode, it's the dish to end all dishes, steak. But there's a twist. The winner will be decided by your text donations, and the person with the most donations wins. But wait, we haven't finished twisting yet. Unknowingly to the boys, Ben has secretly chosen a trigger word. Each time one of the boys says it, they will have to donate to Stand Up to Cancer out of their own money. It's going down.
I'm going for the biggest rump that you've ever seen, just like Mike carries around with him every day. And I'm going to serve it with the best potato gratin that you've ever seen as well. And it's going to start by peeling some potatoes, infusing some cream with some parsley, chives, rosemary and garlic, and that's how it starts.
My dish comprises of a whopper of a porterhouse steak with truffle and bone marrow mac and cheese. First thing I've got to do is roast off this bone marrow with salt, pepper and oil.
Can I be honest? I don't think I've won this ultimate battle, mainly because I'm not using beef. I'm using fish. I'm making a swordfish steak. And it starts with a tomato salsa salady, saucy sort of thing by taking my cherry toms and blistering them in a pan.
That noise that you just heard was two people being so unthreatened. So, in order to make the delicious cheese for my mac and cheese, I've got to make a roux. So I'm going to melt some butter in this pan and then scrape out the jellyish bit of the bone marrow and then add my flour and my milk.
Honestly, why have I spent the last 29 years of my life slicing potatoes by hand? Watch this.
Oh goodness, oh goodness. Oh my goodness. I think that's right. That's hot.
Yay!
Yeah, well done, Barry.
I didn't think it was the tomatoes that sets the alarm off. Like, of all things, you're going to be char grilling your steak later, aren't you, as well?
Yeah.
Sorry, my bad.
Swordfish steak.
Yeah. No. That's like bringing a whoopee cushion to a gunfight.
Oh, my roux is starting to look so good.
Once I've blistered my tomatoes, I then threw in some olive oil and some balsamic on a very hot pan. Make sure the pan isn't too hot, otherwise the alarm will go off. Then some capers, and now just kind of put it aside, let it cool down, and I'll toss in some basil later on. Now I've got to prep my steak. What am I doing there? Oh, that's easy. Lemon juice, some pepper. I think I can then just sit down and wait until you guys catch up.
I mean, Baz, actually, if there's ever been a battle with more riding on it, it's when the steak man has to make a steak.
I know. This should be the dream steak.
I can't wait to eat it, and you guys, I bet you can't wait to see the winning steak.
Did you make that steak originally, or did you have it in a restaurant and go, I need to have that again?
James made it for me.
James made it for
James
you.
made it for me.
You're trying to make this recipe as good as
So you're just copying James's recipe. Wow. Ultimate.
Is this exactly the same as James's steak?
It isn't. It's been simplified. Potato gratin into an oven.
Look at this banging roux. Lovely. So now, in order to turn it into the cheese part of my mac and cheese, I'm gonna have to grate some cheese into it. This is where it becomes ultimate. A little splash of truffle oil and a grating of actual proper truffle is the thing that's gonna elevate this.
Jamie really should win this.
You can't spend your life claiming to be the steak guy
man.
without actually delivering.
This is one chance to take the moment, and pretty much, I've handed it to him on my side.
Whilst the little boys have their fun over there, shall we talk about some real steak? This is an incredible
let's gather
rump
around. This is it, this is the
joint.
moment we're
This
waiting
is
for.
amazing, okay? What I did hours and hours ago was marinate this in red wine, rosemary, garlic, honey, and salt and pepper. And if you have a look at this, it's really got right in there, and that is going to add so much flavour. What we need to do now is take the steak out onto a plate. We're going to cook that on a grill at a very high heat, make sure that all of the sides are done, and then it's going to go into an oven to cook all the way through. And this is going to reduce down into a beautiful sauce that is going to win an ultimate steak battle.
Very important steak tip, make sure that it comes up to room temperature before cooking it. Do you want to smell something good?
pig has half eaten that.
That is so true.
I don't think you're ready for this jelly, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. Oh yeah!
Macaroni is now cooked, so I'm going to drain that off. This goes back into the pan, and then I cover it in all that cheese. And now it's steak time. What I would normally do is have a really hot pan, oil this, season it and chuck it in. However, I think because it's so thick, I'm gonna have to cook it at a medium heat and put a little bit of oil or butter in this instant in the pan first. So foamy butter equals it's time for steak. So it won't even fit in. Get plenty of seasoning in there. I reckon about 5 minutes on each side. I want it medium.
Now this is a little extra bit that you don't have to do, but just adds to the flavour. We're going to put some of that sauce that's reducing back over the top of the steak. Perfect. Back in the oven. Oh, they're the grill lines you want, mate.
Yeah, that's it. Look at that.
And I'm back. Time to actually grill my swordfish steak. What you want is a searingly hot pan. I've not cooked swordfish before on a griddle, so I don't know how long to leave it for. So let's just see what works. 1, 2, 3. Yes, I did it.
Everything's cooked. Everything has rested. So what we did was use a temperature probe until it got to about 50 degrees, and now's probably time for a big reveal, and nobody knows how this is going to go, so let's just crack on with it, shall we? Oh, hello, Steaky McSteakerson's here.
I assume that if you were to eat this now, you'd have steak in this hand.
Oh yeah.
And steak in that hand. Yeah. So how do you eat the gratin?
It's the only way to do it.
Panko breadcrumbs on the top of that with some parmesan.
I am so looking forward to this tasting session. I don't think I've looked forward to any other tasting session as much.
I can understand
This
why.
is your middle name.
I thought it was Paul Romanio.
Tell you what, it cuts like a steak. The good thing about swordfish, firm fish, that is an ultimate steak of fish. This one I'm intrigued by.
I think I had a lot of elements to ruin here.
So the bone marrow is really just almost like that umami. Your steak is cooked beautifully. And now the slab of meat on this side.
Oh, hello.
That's good. Golden on top. Good charring, almost burning on the outside. That's what you want, because inside it's beautifully rare.
3 very different, yet 3 cracking steak/fish recipes. But whilst we've been battling steak here today, there have been people around the country and across the world who are battling much more important things like cancer. If you want to donate, please vote for one of us, and Ben is going to tell you how.
To cast your vote in the poll and to donate £5 to stand up to cancer, text Barry, Mike or Jamie to 70404. The poll closes at 10 AM on the 7th of October. And remember, 100% of your donation funds transitional research.
Yep, definitely vote. If you liked all 3 of them, this is the right time to vote for someone, and someone twice, for example, and you'd be doing a really good thing and helping a really good cause.
And remember to stay on to the end of this video where we reveal the trigger word and to find out how much these guys are donating themselves.
I'd forgotten about that bit.
You're going to match the highest, right though? Yes.
Definitely.
Deal.
And now for the reveal of the buzzword. It was steak. Well done, Evers, creative as always. So, Jamie said steak a total of 8 times, which means he'll be donating £40 to stand up to cancer. Next is Barry with a score of 9, so that's £45. And finally, over to Mike, who said steak a meaty 11 times. So that, plus the one from the intro and the 3 times he's just said steak in this outro, which is now 4 times, means he'll be donating £80. But at least it's for a great cause, and Ben has to match it. Lol. Please do donate too. Your help makes such a difference.